What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another YouTube video. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be a totally different video today. I haven't really put too much thought into it, but I feel like I do want to talk about this because I want to be as honest as possible. And like I said, this is a totally different video today, so this is nothing dealing with like motivation or nothing like that. But I do want to talk about when it comes to living in Miami and dealing with racism. Now, I did not know it was this bad. It is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But I am thankful that I am somebody who is, I wouldn't say optimistic. That's like the wrong word, but I'm just someone who doesn't take things personal. And if you don't know already, I've been living in Miami my whole life from the age of 0 to 27. I'm currently 27 years old. Yes, I am Unc. But I didn't realize how bad it was or how bad it became over the years because racism in Miami wasn't as bad as it is now. Or maybe I was too young to understand that. And I'm gonna basically talk about a few things that I've gone through recently and what I've also gone through in the past. So I was born and raised in Liberty City. This is basically just fully black people. Let's just say black people living in one area. It's very dangerous place to live. I don't know about now. I haven't been there in a couple years, but I'm pretty sure it is. You know, certain areas just don't change. That's just what it is. But living in that area, that's all I knew. In Miami, I didn't understand I was living in Miami, like actual Miami, until I was 19 years old. And when you're in this box, that's all you know, basically. So I was in high school at the time, and I remember. Actually, no, I'm lying. I went to middle school to a Hispanic area, and I used to take the public bus all the way to that school. And I remember how like separated blacks and Hispanics were in my school. Like they usually used to have a specific bus for black people, and for black people it was literally the black bus. Like there was like a public bus, like transportation public, and then there was like a school bus. The school bus for all black people, it was literally called the black bus. And I used to be on that bus before I moved or whatever the case is. But I ended up taking a public bus, and I just never understood that was a thing until I was no longer on that bus. And that was like my first encounters of dealing with like racism or whatever. I guess you wouldn't even call it racism, or I don't know how you want to call it, but that's what they used to call it. So fast forward, recently, I live in a very Hispanic area. So I live with nothing but Hispanic. It's very rare that you'll see a black person walking on the street. And luckily for me, I'm a very likable person, very respectful. So I'm always prominently like just known as that person that's black, but that's just cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't cause any issues or problems with nobody. And what I will say is that I'm walking on the sidewalk, and there's these older people, and they're just like staring at me. Sometimes I don't ever really like look around my surroundings when it comes to certain people. Like, yeah, I read body language and all that, but I don't really necessarily like take the time to be like, damn, they're actually like real life staring at me. So as I'm walking on a sidewalk, and I look down, and all I see is the N word, but it's like paint. You know what I'm saying? The N word, but it's a strong ER behind it. So I'm like, damn, this is like a very, very like, it's just a very racist area. And to be honest with y'all, I live right next to downtown, Brickell, all that. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just something to where I feel very like provoked a little bit in terms of my environment and walking out or just even communicating with certain people, because it's like it just hit different because people are so judgmental towards you because of your skin color and never really towards just like the person you are. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this video is totally different from my other videos, but I feel like I just want to make a video about it because it weighs down on me in terms of being a black man and being someone that want to advocate towards building better black men in a community. And at the end of the day, it's like you can never win. You can never win when it comes to Miami. And nowadays, it's turned into a town of just either you know English, you're cut short, and if you know Spanish and English, come through, basically. So it's just the opportunity out here in Miami. It's gotten a little worse. It's not as good as it used to be, and I'm learning more in terms of how it's just not like the place that I want to fulfill my life in. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like that everywhere in Miami. I'm not saying that, or just every single person is racist, but it is a well-known thing that people are prejudiced towards you because of your skin color. And there are certain groups of people that feel some type of way about towards black people. And usually it stems to just like the media. Like at the end of the day, we all know that it stems towards the media at the end of the day. Like they always project black people doing this, doing that. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? Not all black people are messed up in the head. You know what I'm saying? As much as there's bad groups in different cultures, as much as black people, there's bad people in other people's cultures and ethnicities and all that. You feel me? So like, I don't know. I just felt very uncomfortable towards that. And I feel like I just wanted to make a quick video on it because of how weird it is for me. I'm not saying that I felt some type of way towards it, but it's like just walking past those people and them staring at me and then looking down right next to their house. It has the end with the hard ER. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like your hatred towards me. I'm not saying that's what they were projecting, but just whoever. Your hatred towards me is because of my skin color. I was born like this. You was born the way you was born. If you was born black, what difference would it make? Would you still hate black people? I don't know. But I don't know if I'm going to put this video out. I don't know if I'm going to just let it be for what it is. I don't know. But I just want to make it an awareness for us black men and women to come together to learn more about our culture and to also just be aware. I would definitely say that. Be aware in terms of your environment. And sometimes it don't even be the opposite race. It could be your own people. You know what I'm saying? It's for whoever at the end of the day. So yeah, this was just a quick vid, man. Once again, I appreciate for anyone who watches this video. This is totally off topic, but yeah, man, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And yeah, so I see you guys on to the next video. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, and I'll see you then.